Good evening, good evening, good evening. What is going on, family, friends, and fellow enthusiasts? It is your boy Leo. She has arrived. She has arrived. She has arrived. She has arrived. This is the FlightFX or FlightFX Cessna Citation X or Citation 10, if you will. I've been waiting for a business jet that has some legs on her. We can do some longer flights. That's of good quality. We'll take a walk around her before we get her up and at 'em. This is going to be corporate jet service down to St. Thomas, the island, the beautiful island of St. Thomas this evening. Not sure if we'll do a second leg. We'll see how it goes and what time is looking like. But I do believe that we're planned up for just a single leg down here this evening. Have not flown her. All I've managed to do is get my Navigraph and everything linked, so this is truly a first look for us. We'll be cruising down to St. Thomas at flight level 45045, taking a block fuel of almost 6,000 pounds, 5,764 pounds to be exact. Out of Fort Lauderdale. Block time should be about 2 hours and some change. Taking 7 passengers down with a payload of 1,600 pounds. We're looking for a zero fuel weight in the neighborhood of 24,100 pounds. AJ is in the house, becoming his favorite bird already. Nice, bro. Dang, that's good, bro. Says completed your first flight with this. Loving it. Hand flies wonderful. Looks good. Sounds great. Now, I will say this. Sounds could be a little bit better, IMO. And I'm only saying that coming from the, I did manage to start her up earlier, coming from X-Plane. There is a Citation 10 in X-Plane that does feature the FT Sim sound pack. If you fly X-Plane, fly the Citation 10, put the FT Sim sound pack on it, and then tell me how that compares. So I'm coming in with a little bit previous experience. That's all I'm saying. Otherwise than that, the aircraft looks great. The aircraft definitely looks great. I'm anxious to see how she flies and how she gets on. So I'm gonna take your word for it, AJ, and see how we can get on with it this evening. We are logged in on VASM at Fort Lauderdale here at Signature, the FBO. And this is where we'll operate out of. So let's do a little quick walk around and take a look at everything. We'll get the pitot covers and stuff off. Let's take a look at the landing gear, the nose gear at least. That actually looks really good. Why can't I can't crouch any lower? I cannot. Here, let's do this. Let's go on the drone camera. And then we'll get the rest of that stuff taken off here. And let's slow the drone camera down so we're not coming in with the zoomies. All right, that's a little bit better. All right, so looking at the taxi light of the landing gear, that looks really good. Nice glass effect on there. You can see the individual LED bulbs there. That looks really good. Liking the grit on the tires. So I haven't even looked this close up on the aircraft since we got it earlier. So this is truly, like I said, a first look. Got some grit and stuff on the tires. I like that. 22-inch rims on that thing. Yeah, not bad at all. Chocks could use a little more detail. But this is version 1 of the aircraft, so, and it's not something that you're going to be looking at all the time. But yeah, definitely love the dirt and grunge on the tires. It looked like this thing has been through the mud a little bit, right? The scratches and stuff. Let's look up in the gear well. That's looks decent. It's not super detailed, but it looks good. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, landing gear looks decent. Take a walk down the right side of the aircraft. Pitot tubes, static ports are all good. Got some dirt and grunge here. I like that. Look at that. Look at underneath that wing. That's nice. I do like that. Landing gear, the landing light is nicely modeled there. You can see the individual bulbs. The clear portion of the landing gear light, that looks nice. You can see all of those little speckled, like old dirty bug marks and stuff like that. So texture wise, I think it looks really good. Look at the screws though. The screws are absolutely lovely. Just look at the bare metal of the leading edge. That's pretty nice. Nice shine on there. Get up and close and personal with old girl. Loving the undercarriage of this. I mean, it just screams like it's picking up all sorts of dirt, grunge, bugs. And that's reflected here in the texturing. I do like that. I really like that. All right, let's see what the nav lights here looking like. LED bulbs, it looks like. And just look how graceful that wingtip there is giving every bit of daggone A350 vibes. Like, it looks good, bro. And there's also a version without the winglet, so just a straight wing. So you get two versions pretty much, and they do have different performance from what I'm seeing in SimBrief. We should probably get the covers off so we can take a look at the engine. Ooh, oh man. Let's get the covers off. And we'll jump back out here. Yeah, let me back the speed off a little bit more. It says I would never fly the non-wingleted version. I think I'm in the same boat as you, bro. It does look goofy for a plane of this caliber. Man, look how polished the leading edge of the engine is, the nacelle. I love that. I hate when it looks all like, I don't know what they tried to do with it. I hate when it looks like that, but that's how it should look. The leading edge of most aircraft and the front portion of the engine should be polished like that. That looks good. Looking inside the engine, oh, look at all of the scratches here. Probably picking up little pebbles and stones and maybe even some ice up at altitude sometimes. And I'd like to see a little more texturing inside the engine here, like on the perimeter of the engine here, and maybe even on the fan blades. But it looks good. It does look good. All right, inside the engine's pretty basic, which you could expect that. Not expecting to see a lot modeled inside of there, but that looks good from where you would typically see it from. Yeah, not bad at all. Like, that looks good right there, bro. Just look at that engine. That looks good. All right, let's hop around the back side here. APU exhaust. Not really much going on in there. It's cool. Let's check out the main landing gear here. And like I said, we ain't in no hurry. We're doing a single leg down there. We just want to check the aircraft out. I do love all of the dirt. Like, this thing has run into some mud. and it's definitely picked up some mud. I like that. Externally though, she clean. Homie ain't want to pay the extra to get the undercarriage washed though. I wonder, let me go jump back into walk around mode because I wonder if any of these panels are openable. Let's see, are any of these panels openable? Do we know? It's like an oversized CJ3 without the winglets? Yeah. These panels probably aren't openable. Oh, hold on. I just actuated something here. I saw the mouse change. Oh, that was the chocks. It was clipping through to the chocks. Okay. Alright, no worries. This one's openable. The external power. Oh, that's dope. You can actually hook up the external power. That's cool. I like that you can do that yourself. That's cool. But we're not going to use external. We're going to jump on the APU. Yeah, this thing is nice, man. Like, just texture wise, for V1, this thing is nice. It looks really good. It looks really good. Alright, let's, you guys ready to go inside? Look at that thing. Look at that thing there, guys. That is absolutely sexiness right there. That is a few $1 million sexiness right there. Chick magnet is what it is. It is absolutely a chick magnet. All right, let's go and jump inside and get the festivities started. Don't forget to drop a thumbs up for the stream, guys, as you come in. We'll hop aboard, or at least I thought. Do we want to save the cabin? Let's see. Oh yeah, look at this. All right, so we'll leave that there. Let's see, can I close this from right here? Yes, I can. Oh, that's dope. All right, we'll get that here in a minute. That is dope. That's dope. That's dope. Oh, we got a microwave. We got hand sanitizer. Can we do anything with any of this stuff? Oh, we got the alcohol. This is pretty cool. Got the drinks. We got some snacky wackies. Some silverware and diningware. Some all-purpose cleaner. Some more snacky wackies. What else we got in here? Oh. Alright, we'll look at the rest. Here is the cockpit of the lovely Citation 10. Looks just like a CJ3, 4, 3 plus. So yeah, if you can fly that, you can fly this. That looks pretty good, don't it? Look at that, guys. That is dope. You did the GPU from the EFB? Yeah, I didn't know that. Like, you can plug it up. That's pretty good. Now, what I don't know is was it on? Because I know the GPU makes sounds. Was it on immediately when I plugged it up? That's the question. Maybe we should try that. All right, let's see. let's see if we can, is there a way to, let me see, we got, so does this automatically put your weights in? Okay, yeah, it does. I just saw the airplane move. Now, is there a way to import my flight plan on Navigraph here? Maybe that's just for charts. Oh, we can actually use our keyboard. We don't have to use that keyboard there. So what does this do? Like I typed it in. KFLL. Enter. Ah, there we go. Alright. Alright, that's pretty cool. I wish you could import your flight plan on there. I don't think there's nothing for your flight plan here. We'll get the chocks back on. We already got our weights imported, so we're good there. We've already went in and did our calibration earlier today. We have our unit set that we like. Food service. We are cold and dark. We're gonna put the IRS speed on real. Alright, so we're not gonna use the auto throttle module. We may check it out, but this aircraft is not overly hard to maintain your speed once you get up there. If it's anything like the CJ3 and the 3 Plus and the CJ4, it's not really hard. Screen style CRT, we'll check those two differences out. That sounds like some headphones there. All right, cool. Let's come off of the tunes and let's get everything started up and get everything started for the night. I think this aircraft is nice. It looks good. So we're gonna come down immediately. We're gonna get the yoke off. We'll get bat 1 and bat 2 on. We'll go off on the generators. We'll come over and arm the emergency lights. That is fine. And we'll come over to the, why is my thing so sensitive? Hold on, let me see something. All right, there we go. All right, we'll come over to the right here and we will get our APU up and running. And I'll be quiet and let's listen to the sounds. Like I said, I heard them earlier. I think they need a little work, but other than that, it sounds okay. So we're gonna go master on. I do love the switch sounds. Master on, and then we'll go ahead and hit the APU start. So that's that. Even with the door open, with our cabin door open, I think we should hear it a little bit more. That's cool though. We'll get the bleeds on. That's nice. And we'll get the APU generator through to on as well. All right, so we got 101 RPM on the APU. AGT is 407, and that's giving us 28.4 on the voltage. So we do have APU power. And I'm betting you I could probably use my CJ3 or CJ4 checklist for this thing too. Cockpit layout is exactly the same. Alright, we'll go ahead and get some avionics on and ECAS. Cool beans, cool beans. And we'll come down and we'll go pause init. GPS position, and we'll come down here and we'll select nav. Why does that say bat fail? Alright, so we should be good there. Alignment should be coming in. Now what I don't know is how to, anybody can tell me how to pull in your, uplink your SimBrief flight plan? What's going on, Robin? Welcome to the stream. I do have, let's see, where is it at? Saw it earlier. That's the nav index. Oh, hold on, there it is. Was that it? Yeah, SimBrief flight plan recall. Let's see if it's gonna pull in our stuff here. There we go. Alright, so Sumac. So we'll be departing on the Snapper 2. RNAV departure, Sumac transition. We don't have any ATC at the moment, so we don't have to worry about that. Let's see, now how do we get to... here we go, departures. It's got us departing 10 right, but I'm actually depart 10 left since we're closer to that side. We'll change to 10 left. Same departure, same transition. So 10 left on the Snapper 2 Sumac transition. We'll activate that. That is good. Let's see, what else do we need? Snapper, Sumac, TIST. Alright, let's jump over to our arrival here. 0 stars coming into St. Thomas. We'll be going pretty much into the approach from jets. So let's see, we're going to probably be doing the ILS approach. I want to see how the aircraft handles the ILS. And we'll select Turo. And we'll get rid of jets. Yeah, we could probably get rid of jets to make that not such a hard turn there. Alright, so let's do that. We'll get rid of jets. Alright, runway 10. We're going to do the ILS 10 from Turo. And activate that. Let's see if we can get rid of jets. Let's see. Can I do this? Yes, I can. Alright, cool. So that gets rid of that discontinuity. That's fine. Alright, so I am okay with how the flight plan looks there. Let's go over to perf init. Full perf. Tail number. I'm gonna just type in. Let me see if it'll let me change it. November 8-6. Lima Sierra. Will it let me change that? No. Okay. Probably tied to the livery. Alright. Climb. That's all fine. Climbing at 80. Transition altitude's 180. Alright, so do we have... So we need to change this to flight level 450, I believe that's what we're cruising at. Alright. 10,000. Alright, so let's check this. Yo, what's up, retired firefighter? I am well, my friend. Good to see you. Welcome aboard. Alright, let's see here. Let me take a look at my OFP. Block fuel 5764. So we have 5740 on board. Alright, that's cool. 29. What is this BOW weight? I never can find that particular weight. Cargo, we've got 0.4. Passengers is, how many did we have? 7. Alright, gross weight is 29. Alright, cool. I'm okay with that. Oh, hold on. We can sync it right here. Nice. Alright. Cool. I didn't even see that at first. Alright, we'll confirm that. 450. $963. Fuel remaining. We should have about 1,100 pounds in the tanks. Alright, let's jump over to the takeoff page here. 10090. Runways dry. Alright, we're going to do a flaps 5 departure. Anti-ice off. 29.7. 29.5. That's good enough. We'll confirm that. Takeoff data. Alright, so let's get the winds here, which is going to be 150 at 4 knots. Is that not how we put that in? How do we I don't know how to enter the wind. 150-4. No. Do we not need to put that in? I guess not. Alright. So 126, 128 rotating at 128, V2's 140. Is there a way to transfer those numbers to the primary flight display there? Is there a way to display that on the don't see the option to move it over there. Is there a way to set that here? All right, we'll come back to that. All right, so let's take a look at our departure here. Top altitude is going to be 4,000. So we'll come down here. It's the only thing, I got to get my autopilot panel set up for this, because I can't be looking down here trying to manipulate the autopilot and fly the aircraft. Alright, we'll set 4,000, and this thing scrolls a bit weird. You go too fast, it goes, the numbers go up too high. Alright, 4,000 is set there. We'll depart, we'll get runway heading set in, which is going to be 096. Now, I just realized too, this thing isn't aligned yet. What is this bat fail, guys? Did I miss something? Let's go 096 on the heading. Yeah, I can't even see my heading right at the moment. Did I miss something on this alignment here? Let's go back. Let's see. Nav, position. It says loaded. Empty operating weight. What is that for, Robin? Yeah, we're about to take off as soon as we figure out this alignment here. Oh, here's my V speeds here. So how do I lock it in? So my question is, what did I do wrong on the alignment? This thing is saying bat fail. Because we still haven't gotten it. I know I've got it on real time, but what's going on, Stalker? Welcome aboard. I know I've got the alignment on real time, but oh, I just found a little hidden spot. They knew what they were doing here. So you can adjust your course, altitude, and heading. Little hidden click spots so you don't have to look down there. Thank you, Jesus. That was a godsend. Turn on standby power. Thought I did that. Where the heck is oh, here we go. Standby power. And so that's the reason we weren't aligning. Is that it? Let me see here. I do believe I got it on. Yeah, I've got it on real, so it shouldn't take that long. All right, while we wait, let's see. What is the altimeter here? 3001. AJ says, thank you. Thank you for what, bro? What are we thanking Leo for? Alright, that is set both sides. I'm just taking my time learning the bird. I mean, it is a lot like the CJ3 and 4, but should start aligning. Alright, we'll give it a few minutes and see what happens. I wish there was a notification that tells you the progress of it. Is there one in this page? Yeah, I got GPS selected and loaded. So we're just waiting on that. Now I know what it's supposed to look like. You're supposed to see your route and stuff, and these heading fails go away. But I don't think there's any other indication. Yo, big up Will. You didn't know those click spots were there? I just happened to find it because we were down there looking at switches. I wouldn't have known either. Like I just saw, I mean that is definitely a that is definitely, man, like it's one of those hidden gems you didn't know you needed, because I mean this type of plane, having to look down here and see what you're doing. I mean, this is not made for simming like this setup. Like this is a real world thing. I mean, in the real world, you can reach down there and know exactly where your hand is at. You fly this airplane all day, every day. You'll know exactly where your hand is at, but you just don't have that luxury in the sim. Yeah, I thought it was weird because I saw on here, on my other side here, those screws didn't have that same piece of tape. You see what I mean? CDI, altitude, and heading, that's not on that side. And I just happened to put my mouse up there, and I'm like, oh snap, so you can pull it to out hold too. You see how the mouse changes? If you go to the right of that, you can adjust right or left. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, standby power is on. Yeah, we just turned it on, so that's why we weren't aligning all of this time. I should probably pull out my checklist, right? Yeah, standby power is on. Avionics. No external power. Yeah, definitely, definitely a good catch. So while we wait on that, we're gonna go and Squawk 2000, get that ready. Okay, here it's still, all right, here we go. It says a line there. So we just got to wait on that to finish, and then we'll be ready to get out of here. That's good. Now what I am missing though is here. How do I confirm these speeds to put it on my PFD? That's obviously what this is for. It won't let me manually select. Let me do it for landing. Probably turn off both and then retry. All right, here, let's do this. Let's go fast. Oh, see, if I'd have just left it on real, it was gonna align. It was doing it. All right, either way, we got it. So how do I get these speeds? Are these speeds supposed to go on my PFD, or this is where they sit? Surely we should have something on the speed tape there. Perf page setup. Yeah, perf page is set. We'll run through it again here. We'll go start from perf init. That's all good. We got our altitude. That's all good. Number 4. So every time we come back to this page, it asks us to reconfirm it. So we'll confirm it. This throws us to the perf data page. With all of that, that looks correct. Then we'll go to the takeoff page. Runway. Surface wind. So I haven't... Oh, hold on. I think that changed. So hold on. Let me try to put that wind in now. That did change. Where's the wind? Where's the wind? 150 at 4. There we go. Okay, so we got that in. Dry runway. Flaps 15 anti-ice off. We'll confirm it. Takeoff data. Headwind of 2 knots. Crosswind of 3. Alright, 126, 128, 140. So the left line select key next to it doesn't do anything. Yeah, I don't know on that one. Like it's here, it's populating with the information from the FMC. I just don't know how, like, does it supposed to pop up over here? That's what I don't know. Is that how they have it modeled, or is it only supposed to be here? And for all we know, maybe it is there, it's just off screen. Maybe it's not like, yeah, maybe it's not like in the 7.3 where it shows you the off screen cue that it's there. So I'm gonna call it there. Let's get heading. Oh, I forgot we can adjust it here. Let's get the heading. What was it, 096? Yeah, 096. Oh, that's so much better, bro. To not have to look down there. Alright, we'll get runway heading set. Alright, cool. Anything else? Yes, we're gonna go with an initial vertical speed of about 2,500. And we'll climb out at 250. And then we will, let's see, does this thing have, yeah, we got flight level change. And it's got VNAV. I don't know if it works on the way up the hill, but we'll see how she works coming down the hill. Alright, let's get her buttoned up and get out of here, guys. We've been on the ground enough trying to learn this thing. What are we looking for? Let's get some lights on. Seatbelt signs can come through the on, nav lights, and those can come through the on. We're all good there. Windshield heat can come through the on. Alright, we're good there for right now. Alright, one more thing I'm gonna do is I want to get up my, since it's similar, I just want to get up my, I know I got one somewhere, P180. Alright, here we go. I got a Citation 10 checklist. All right, let me just go through this and make sure that we aren't missing anything. Passenger, oxygen, auto, emergency lights on, instrument lights as required. Left and right gens are on. Fuel boost pumps are norm. Where's my fuel boost? All right, norm. Standby cage. That's good. Power's on. Windshield heat is on. Recog light on. Seatbelts are on. Left and right engine bleed. We'll get that through to. That is on as well. Interior master normal. All right, we're good there. Startup bat 1 and 2 on. Avionics on. Auxiliary pump as required. Where is that? That's anti-ice. Alright, A pump as required. APU master's on. We're good there. APU is up at 100 RPM. APU bleed is on. Packs on. Temps are set. Pause init set. Flight plan's done. Nav is set. SID perf init is done. Perf takeoff init is done. Nav is done. Flight plan is fixed. Flight plan is activated. Perf init flight level is set. Alright. Startup enunciator test. Bypass it. Auxiliary auxiliary pump reset slats. Slats aren't out, so we're good. Yaw damper on. Why does it want yaw damper on? Oh, yaw damper on. Max trim on. Set trim. So where is my trim indicator here? There it is. Nose down. Max trim. VASIM comms as required. Autopilot nav as required. Doors. We'll get the doors closed now. Alright, let's jump up and grab the doors, guys. Oh, we got the homies with us. What's up, guys? Alright, we about to get out of here. Starker says weird, I just flew it. Alright, let's see. Engine startup, anti-collision lights. Come through the on. Center wing transfer, left hand and right hand. That should be in norm. That's good. Throttles cut off. Packs can come through the off. Or no, hold on. That's the engine bleeds. Alright, packs can come through the off. Right hand engine starter on. Throttle at 25% M2. So what I did notice is these aren't. There we go. Probably because of my hardware throttles. We'll make sure those are cut off. Alright guys, y'all ready for start? Let's get it. Look at the little BizJet taking off there. Alright, let's get it, guys. Uh-oh. Did I kill it? I did somehow. How did I kill it? Introducing fuel. Hold on, let me make sure we're idle. So I noticed that even in cold and dark, these don't start and shut off for me. I don't know if it's like that for you guys. Yeah, so let's put them back on and see. because maybe it doesn't like that. Yeah, that's what it is. It doesn't like the shut off. Maybe that's a little bug there. But we got a good number 2. So see what I mean? I think the startup, I do think the sounds need work. Especially in comparison to the FT Sim CJ sound pack. I do think the sounds need a little bit of work, but it has some nice features of it, I think. All right, let's roll on number 2. Correction number 1. I think externally it could use a little work as far as the sounds. Alright, looks like we've got 2 good engines, so we're good there. Alright, let's see where we're at on this checky list here. Packs off. Okay, that's good. APU bleed off. Right. Bleed off. Cross. Alright, let's jump over here. We'll get the packs back on. Shut the APU down. And once it spools down, we can turn the master off. And we'll get our transponder on here. And get ourselves on out of here. Cycle that, make sure we're on mode Charlie, we're good there. We're gonna put you on flight plan. That is fine. Alright, it looks like we good to go. We're gonna go nav on you. Alright, let's get Unicom set. Oh no, we need CTAB. Auto ATC 3775. So we're just now getting a auto ATC. And let's do it on here. So we got that. All right, 19.3. All right, cool. We got CTAB set. We're all good here. We'll get taxi light through to on. We'll get our flaps down to 5. Why is this? Alright, hold on, guys. Alright, taxi lights are through to on. We're all good there. See, I don't know what's all active and what's not. Let me just go through my checklist here. Taxi request, taxi lights on, reverse thrust is good, stow emergency, test pitot statics. We'll come through and get those on now. That is fine. And the rest is the before takeoff checklist. And let me pull up my charts here, and then we'll be good to go. We'll pull out to the left, take Echo to Bravo, left on Bravo, down to holding point Bravo 1. Fort Lauderdale traffic citation, November 86 Lima Sierra over at Signature. We'll be taxiing the runway 10 left via taxiway Echo, Bravo, holding point Bravo 1, Fort Lauderdale traffic. Captain Ethan, what's going on, my friend? Welcome aboard. All right, brakes are off. Oh, you know what? We didn't get the chocks. I think I had put them chalks back on ground services. Yep, that's what we did. That is what we did. Clear right. So again, haven't done the flight. Hopefully the sounds grow on me a little bit. I mean, that doesn't sound too bad there. I'm doing good, my friend. Just getting off work not that long ago. About to take this Citation 10 for our first spin here. Down to St. Thomas, the island of St. Thomas. Let's give a quick reverser check. Alright, reversers are good. You kind of just inspired me to fly the Citation again, except I like the longitude. I don't really like the longitude, believe it or not. I've flown it once or twice, and I think what it is I don't necessarily like the Asobo longitude. Now, if we had a really good pay-wear longitude, I'd probably like it a lot more. But I personally just don't like how the longitude flies. I love how it looks. Don't get me wrong. I love the look of it. I mean, it's almost like a bigger version of this, with a much more modern flight deck. Yeah, I think I do like the avionics, but I don't at the same time. I know that's weird, right? I don't really like the G5000. I think it's just too much going on. I think my favorite Garmin set of Garmin avionics is probably going to be the G3000s. I think they hit the sweet spot. All right, so we're gonna hold here, and I want to look through my, while this Airbus departs, I want to just look through the FMC here because, oh, it does. Okay, never mind. I was just getting ready to say, as far as the trim, I see the green band now. So we're gonna put it right at the, right in the middle of the green band here, because I don't think it gave me a trim value on this thing. Let's see. I don't believe it did. Take off. Yeah, I don't think it gives you a trim value on this. Yeah, no trim value, just in the green band. Alright, no worries. Alright, put you on progress and you on the active flight plan, that is fine. Alright, let's run our before takeoff here. Anti-collision light, strobe, taxi lights off, landing lights on, FMS is set. So let's see, anti-collision lights. We'll get those on. Okay, strobe, we'll get the wing inspection lights on as well. And then we will get the taxi lights off, landing lights on. And that is our before takeoff checklist complete. For Lauderdale traffic, stand by. For Lauderdale traffic, Citation November 86 Lima Sierra, lining up on runway 10 left for departure to the south east on the Snapper 2, Fort Lauderdale. Alright guys, let's get it. Toga's in chat if you got them. We'll bring you over to sterile cockpit side, and we will get you guys closed out back there. We'll see you boys at cruise. Now that sounds good. Nose wheel. So let's see if these sounds change my mind as we get going. I'm hearing some little bits and pieces of hope here. Alright, so we're all good. We got LNAV armed, and we are vertical speeding up at least 2,500, and then we'll pitch for 250, and we'll go over to flight level change. Y'all darn can come on after we lift off, get the gear up, and get the aircraft cleaned up. Alright, let's go guys. Spool them up. Trained on the G1000 IRL and the G3000, so it gives me some familiarity. Yeah, roger that, bro. Alright, Toga. There's my V-speeds. Alright, rotate. Positive rate, gear up. Alright, climb power. Fort Lauderdale traffic, Citation, November 86 Lima Sierra is clear, runway 10 left, departing to the southeast on the Snapper 2, final call, Fort Lauderdale. Alright, let's see. Flaps in. And we'll go, yaw damper. Autopilot. So we'll go ahead and power looks a little light here. We'll get the speed on up to 250, then we'll flight level change it. We still had slats out. Alright, we'll clear ourselves on up to like 8,000 initially. Alright, so is there a way? Yeah, there we go. Alright, so we'll bug for 250. Aircraft to nose down to get it. Okay, yeah, the sounds are pretty decent. They lack a little dynamic range, but they sound pretty decent on the takeoff now. Okay, sounds are growing on me a wee bit. Alright, we'll go straight on up to our final of 450. And we done just overspeeded. Oh, because she leveled off for that 8,000. That's my bad. That's pilot error. We'll get her on back down to 250. That's pilot error right there, fellas. That's the thing about these Citation jets. They'll get away from you if you don't manage that speed. There's our 250, and we'll go ahead and push it to 280. We're above 10,000 now. We'll climb out at about 280. Landing lights can come through the off, as well as wing inspection lights. All right, looking good, guys. All right, after takeoff checklist, flaps are up, gears up, autopilot is set, flight level change as required, VNAV as required, speed is set, 280 knots, anti-ice off, above 10,000, landing lights off, APU is off. Fan on, seatbelt as required, and bank limiter as required, altitude, altimeter to standard upon 180. So we'll go bank limiter, and we are good to go there. We'll range out about 25, that's good. And we'll sync up the heading. All right, so even at this lower climb setting, we're still making 3,000 foot a minute. Can't complain about that at all. Cannot complain about that at all. And with that said, we are above 10,000, which means the Boom Boom cabin for you guys in the back is open, which also means that we'll get some tunes on and hang out. As we fly down to the island of St. Thomas. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna like this bird. I think this bird, let me see if it's what I think. Hold on, let's see. Just do a quick search here. So yeah, this is what I've been wanting, is a BizJet that can get across the pond without stopping in, say, like Iceland or Greenland. And I think this one is capable of doing it. It has a range of 3,460 nautical miles. Its first transatlantic flight was from Wichita, Kansas to Paris, France. Did make a stop in Maine. The longest leg of that journey was 2,700 miles. Yeah, so we definitely got a BizJet that's got some legs on her. Look at that. Up the hill to 45,000 feet. Yeah, it does sound a little nicer as you get going. So this aircraft is suffering from, and this is just a 2024 bug, I think. Like the lights are barely visible, the strobes and the navs and stuff like that. We'll see how she looks at nighttime. But yeah, for something quick, you want to do a long haul, something quick, like I would definitely hop in this thing and fly it from the States to Europe somewhere. Here's the breakout. Yeah, I've definitely been waiting this. So the next one from FlightFX that I'm really waiting on, that's going to be right in the same category as this one, is going to be the Challenger 350. They're also doing the E140, I think 145 as well. I'm not sure if that one's going to be the regional carrier variant or the BizJet variant. Yeah, textures on this thing look really nice too. Absolutely they do. Did a really good job on modeling this thing. And she did feel really good on the hand fly out. So I guess they plan on making these usable, these shades. See how the mouse changes? Oh, it is usable, okay. They don't really cover much though. Yeah, they definitely don't really cover much. Yeah, I'm gonna be flying this thing non-stop for a little while, y'all. Not gonna hold you. I really enjoyed it so far. I just wish that you can get an en-route map on here. I mean, you do have one, but I wish that it brung your flight plan into it. If you know what I mean, like you can see your planned route there. Yeah, especially if you got Navigraph integration, it should be able to display your route like it does on the app. AJ says, yeah, boy, I knew you loved this bird. Yeah, I do, bro. I do. It's nice. It's nice. It is definitely nice. And again, it's very CJ-esque, CJ4-esque, CJ3-esque as far as the systems in the cockpit. But I really do like the CJ3 Plus, and I really do like the CJ4. They just don't have the range. Like if I want to just do BizJet ops and do, you know, go across.
Traffic number 41074 is 17 on the Aorus 10 right, moderate.
If I want to, you know, just do a pretty decent long haul in the BizJet, other than the longitude, which I don't really like to fly, what other options do you have? So this definitely opens the possibilities, even for things like cross the pond. It's like, bro, while y'all all scrapping and fighting trying to get a stand, I'm over at the FBO fixing to to go right up and fly over on top of all of y'all. That's how I'm looking at it. I mean, I love the options there. And, you know, how many people do you really see flying BizJets across the pond? We'll all jump in the 777 or the A350, but ain't nothing like doing it a little bit faster and a little bit higher. But yeah, I definitely enjoy it so far. Love to see how it's going to react on approach. And again, we're seeing, I know you guys have flown it, but I haven't. So I literally loaded it up for 30 minutes, started it up, got a couple screenshots, and then took my tail to work. So yeah, as far as flying it, this is truly a first look. I think this one will, I think you would enjoy. FMC, VNav, LNav. Like, it looks busy, but it's not as busy as you think. I think you would like this one, bro. I know I say that about a lot of stuff, but I think you would like this. I mean, it's stupid simple as far as the switches and stuff. Everything's right here on this panel. And if you can fly the CRJ, this is a lot like the CRJ in as far as the systems and the FMC operation. Is a lot of like the CRJ. Let's see where we at. We're coming up. We're already to 40,000. Look at us. Mach 9.1. We may have to back off the speed a little bit, because that's getting us into the overspeeding realms at 280. Here, let's back off the speed just a little bit. 275.
Number 41074, short final 10 right, Lauderdale.
Oh, she is sexy. Yeah, that's where I was at with it, Will. Like a non-default. I mean, yes, the Live to Air CJ3 Plus is nice. It's dope. If you want to do, you know, short to medium haul legs. I mean, Orlando to DC or Orlando to Cleveland or something. That the CJ3 Plus and the CJ4 is good for that. But I mean, flying this thing to Hawaii or something like that, or, you know, again, cross the pond. straight across the Atlantic. It's got the range for that. That's what I like about it. I 100% agree with you as far as, you know, a non-default BizJet, even off of something that's, you know, modeled after the default BizJet. You know, so it's good to see really, you know, the BizJet market start to pick up. And these guys are on the road. They've got the Piaggio, they've got the other little electric one. They've just released this, and then they've got, like I said, the Challenger, the wide body of the BizJets, I think. The fattest looking BizJet I ever seen. But they got that in the works. So it's like, yeah, I agree with you there, bro. Alright, so yeah, we need to slow her down a bit more. Because as we climb, that Mach number is still going to go up, but we'll go 260. Aircraft to pitch for the 260 here. I know, right? Absolutely can, bro. Well, when are you off, Will? Because I'm definitely going to do a long haul stream in this thing. Maybe we can, if you get it, maybe we can choreograph something. Because that'll be nice. She's slow going on these last couple 100 feet. Next 2 days, if you streaming the next weekend, not this weekend. Okay. So I mean, like I said, if you get it, well, let's kick it, let's learn it, and then that way you're comfortable on whatever we do, you know. All right, perfect. Yeah, we'll get up. Like I said, this is all contingent on you getting it. We'll get up and maybe do a flight in it tomorrow. I'll be in the house about the same time, between 8:45-ish. Alright, here we go. Finally approaching flight level 45 or 450. We'll get her set up, see what we can make as far as speed goes. Probably not going to be much more than 9.1, 9.2 maybe. And there's 9.1 there. There's 450. Probably 9.1 and a half. All right, we'll pull it back into cruise power. Not bad, 917. And so, see, this is what I was talking about. Once you get it set, I mean, look, we've got it set at 918. We're not using the auto throttle right now. There is an option here to enable the auto throttle module, but I can see maybe using that if you step away or something. But for the most part, I don't think you even need it. I don't think you even need it. What's going on, Vaughn? Welcome aboard, my friend. Good to see you. Hope all is well with you. Will, you stupid. Grab it when you get home. Roger that, bro. Yeah, and I think you'll even be all right to go plug and play with your CRJ profile as far as all of your controls, because everything, like I said, everything. I'm actually using an Airbus profile, and I just got the detents calibrated for this plane. But yeah, I mean, you have detents, but you know the difference between this and Airbus is you can actually modulate in between these detents for manual thrust sake. So I wonder, does this sync up my heading? Yes, it does. Okay. So if you click the little piece of tape, it'll sync up your heading. See how the mouse changes? And then you can obviously adjust your heading. Sync up your altitude. Same thing with CDI. And that avoids you having to look down here and try to fight with your autopilot knobs and see what you're doing at the same time. So it's like you got to get a view something like this. You got to zoom way out and try to manipulate or modulate these things while you're flying. So this is the first. I like that. That is a really usable feature there. May not be realistic, but neither is the auto throttle module. But it helps. Thinking of using your Airbus throttles? Yep, that's what I'm using, bro. My Airbus throttles. Ah, look at that water down there. Where's Ashton when you need him? My Bohemian brother. Let's see what this thing sounds like on the flyby. Let's see what this thing sounds like on the flyby. Ooh, not bad. Not bad. I mean, she is beautiful, bro. She is 100% beautiful. The only place to purchase this from is the marketplace. I'm saying, yeah, that's the only thing about FlightFX is they marketplace only. Now, I will say I haven't had any issues with any of their products through the marketplace, so. And they're very active in the Discord if you do have issues. Yeah, I avoid the marketplace whenever possible unless I have no choice. But for little gems like this that's worth it, I'll do it. Though I must disclose that I didn't pay for this. Big up to FlightFX for providing us a copy for your viewing pleasure. Still had to go through the marketplace though. Am I over speeding or something? My controller's vibrating. Yes, I am. Let's see, what did we do? Tried to push it to Mach 9.3. That's what we did. Y'all saw me hitting I was just trying to bump it just ever so slightly to try to get it to stay where I want it. Like I want it like a 0.5%, not even a 0.5%. I want it like 0.1% on the power. There he is. There he is. I was like, man, we flying over the Bahamas and you mean to tell me you ain't nowhere to be found? What's going on, big bro? We in your neck of the woods and you mean to tell me that you ain't nowhere to be found? Man, y'all keep letting me get locked on the sterile cockpit side. I'm thinking I'm on cam all this time. Man, I'm telling you, this Mach 9.15 is going to be nice heading east across the Atlantic. So we'll have about 1,100 pounds left on board when we get to St. Thomas. Got a 17 knot headwind though. Where is our... Oh, we got terrain, vertical profile. Oh, that's the wind velocity I like that. I don't like this one. Traffic. We'll put on airports as well. Okay, so that gives us APU information, so you don't have to look over there across your first officer's lap. Electrical information. Yo, big up Skyfall. What's up, bro? 45,000, you know it. Up here with a G's at, bro. Okay, so I like this. What did I do though? Why did that go off? Oh, because we had changed another screen. So let's see how this oh, these are the LCD screens. So they look a bit different. A little more modern. I like those. But I do also like the CRT ones. Those are old school. They're a little bit brighter than the LCDs too. I don't know which one y'all like more. CRTs or LCDs? I think I like the CRTs better. They're a little bit brighter as far as the information. Thank you, AJ, because you knew what I was looking for, didn't you? So progress. That is what I was looking for. It's not on here yet. Oh, we're making 500 knots across the ground though. That is one thing I was looking for. Oh, here it is, 533 miles. Okay, cool, my man. Let's see what this... Alright, what did I do? How do I engage this? Ain't no way I just shut my engines down. Ain't no way I just did that. Woo! That scared me there for a second, guys. Okay, so how does this thing work? How do you activate it? Oh, okay. Cruise speed. So how do you change the cruise speed now? That's the question. Or is it set? Okay, so if it's magenta like that, that means it's probably set via the cruise page. Yeah, 0.88. So let's see, can we change that to /.91? Yeah, and let us change it, but it's not changing there. You can move it over to manual or FMS. Ah. Alright, let's get our 9-1 back. Okay. So, I mean, yeah, the auto throttle is... Let's just say we have a whole bunch of money and we paid extra to have this thing equipped with auto throttle. It's there if you want to use it. It is my job to show it to you. So that's cool. So active noise reduction. It's like we're wearing some Bose headsets. Like it pretty much drowns out everything. That's good if you want to sit back crossing a pond and watch a movie. I don't personally like it. I'll watch my movie listening to this and hearing the movie at the same time. Auto throttle is great for lazy pilots like myself. Hey man, to each his own. I personally, I'll use it. I have nothing against using it. I mean, I use it on the like VNAV. I use VNAV on the CRJ. So there's nothing against it. I like that they added the option to help people that may have steered clear of the aircraft simply because it didn't have auto throttle. You know what I mean? Like they made it user-friendly for everyone. You know, you have some people, and usually I'm one of those people that likes to use the aircraft in its glory. Like little click spots and stuff I normally don't like, but in an aircraft like this, just like I said, it's just not really feasible to be looking down here, flying a departure and trying to adjust heading, talk to ATC and do all of these two pilot type operations, you know, and look away from outside what you should be seeing. Again, in the real world, you would just reach right down there and know exactly where the heading knob is without even having to look for it. So yeah, I like these little things. And if you couple with trying to adjust the autopilot on a departure, they're giving you vectors out. You're trying to adjust this, get, you know, heading 275, you know, get the aircraft coming around to the left. You look up, now you're at like 320 knots because damn, you got to manage the throttle. So I like that they have something in there for everybody to help us fly the complex aircraft. You know, in a multiplayer environment like VetSim, like that's for the win-win. It probably helped to boost their sales by a long shot, from people that may not have bought it, you know, because it didn't have auto throttle. Agreed, but I didn't realize that the X, you could upgrade it to auto throttles, and the X Plus, it comes standard. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm pretty sure that there is a Citation X that's got auto throttle on it somewhere. I mean, everything has a price. Absolutely everything has a price, bro. Let's see here. Alright, so far we're looking good. 466 miles until top of drop. Yeah, I'm definitely excited about the Challenger 350 as well, bro. I think I may actually fly that one more than this one, but between those two jets, that's gonna be, I'll be happy. I mean, unless of course they come out with a Gulfstream, but I'll definitely be happy. The Phenom 300 from FS Reborn, yeah, I'm not a huge Phenom fan. I think they're too tiny. Like, I didn't really like the what's the other like the Premier 1A. I didn't really like that over in X-Plane. Like, I don't like them super tiny BizJets. Yeah, this thing's nice though, man. Absolutely nice. What is that? The Praetor is coming from a Sobo? What is the Praetor? Never heard of that one before. Let me look that up. Let's see if we can get any. Embraer, Praetor, what is that? Praetor 600? Oh, now that I would fly that. Hold on, guys. Let's pull this up here. Let me get you a capture of what I'm seeing here. We're gonna go boom, boom. Look at this thing, man. Embraer Praetor 600. Like, that looks nice. Look at that thing. I will wholeheartedly fly that if they do a good job on it. I just hope it's more than just default to Sobo. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many good aircrafts in 2024 right now that, you know, I wish that, you know, devs are able to get their hands on, freeware devs, and mod them, you know, mod the heck out of them like they did the fly-by-wire. I mean, look at that thing. That is sexy. Not gonna hold you. mean, look at it. It looks good too, bro. Look at this thing, bro. Side stick, super modern avionics, I think, and such. I think working title is doing it, could be wrong. It's the Phenom's big brother, yeah. Supposed to be the expert level, the second one in the series after the ATR. Now, if it's at least what the ATR is, I'll be okay with that. Like, the ATR was hot garbage when it first dropped, and they were claiming the expert level title. But, I mean, since then, the ATR is actually pretty fun to fly. So if it's at least half of what the ATR is now, and has some good system depth, like the ATR is in a good place now, I think. Still needs some minor work, but don't let Ashton hear me say that. But yeah, if it's on the scale of the ATR, then okay, I'll be happy with that. Super mid-size BizJet, unparalleled range, advanced avionics, luxurious interior with a range that allows non-stop travel from London to New York. That's what I'm talking about. It's the longest range jet in its class. Like, yeah, that's gonna be a day one for me. Absolutely a day one for me. Late 2025, so we could probably guess early 2026 for this. I hope I'm wrong. I hope they come out with it in 2025. So yeah, I'm excited about that one. You just learned me something new there, bro. You just definitely learned me something new. He said that's Raw from Raul from FS Reborn. And that's the 300E. He just had to post in the thread. There go Ashton. ATR needs massive work. It's decent though, from where it was, bro. It's decent. It's not bad. I'm not discounting what you're saying, especially because you fly that thing all through in and out of the Bahamas on a daily basis. But yeah, I'm excited for that one. I think that one is going to be a nice one there. What other BizJet would you guys like to see? I'd like to see, what is that, a global, what, 5,000 or something like that? I'd like to see one of those, man. Again, I would love to see a G5 or a G6, but man, them Bamas, they suing everybody that attempts to use the Gulfstream brand. Gotta do like that that kid AKD over in X-Plane and just name it something else. Like, I think he calls his the G550 and the G650 over in X-Plane. And he's managed not to get freaking cease and desisted and sued thus far, so Someone on Facebook claims he's working on 7500. Okay, roger that. Yeah, post the link in Discord. Who's working on a 7500? There'll probably be another Brazilian update with it because that's where they're made. Yes. I think they actually signed a partnership deal with Embraer. Yeah, they did. Let's see. Yeah, I'm definitely enjoying this little thing here, man. Nice, beautiful contrails. Oh, that's a screenshot there. We gotta take that, boys. That is a screeny if I ever seen one. I still got some lights on here. Wing lights, no. Landing lights are off. That's nav lights. Wing inspection, is it recognition lights? Let's see. Yep, that's what it was. That's what it was. Oh, let me let you guys up in the back. Y'all been sitting down the entire time. We're gonna actually jump in the back and check out the cabin. That's what we failed to do. Let's see. All right, let's go for a plated dinner, shall we? Yeah, boy. Y'all ain't need me no seats in here. But, oh, you know what? I just noticed. I wonder if GSX will work with this thing. These are GSX models that it threw in, I guess, with the loading process. I wonder if GSX will work with this thing. Oh, they did leave me a seat. What's up, fam? Can you imagine if your pilot just came out of there? There was a little meme on where did I see that at? On Instagram. Corporate pilot had looked back and he came back here and sat back and went to sleep. Guy's just staring at me. Why is he so stiff? I don't guess I get no food in this seat. Oh, GSX uses Microsoft models. Okay. Some random dude going by Alan Thompson Simulations. I'm not getting my hopes up. He does train sim stuff originally. Okay. Makes sense. Post a Facebook post in your Discord general. Alright. Yeah, I thought it was the other way around. I thought GSX had their own models, if you will. But nonetheless, I do enjoy actually seeing some passengers in the BizJet. I mean, all of the other BizJets be kind of barren. Take them out for a flight. Let me check this Discord thingamajig here. Quality working on behind the scenes. All right, I think this is worth a show. Yeah, I think this is worth a show. So yeah, it says a glimpse of what they've been quietly working on. This is very much early work in process. Now this was yesterday at 8:20. Work in progress. Want to be up front. It's going to take time, likely a year or so before this reaches the level that they're aiming for. Steady chipping away at it. Makes the first Microsoft release from ATS Flight. New venture by Alan Thompson Simulation. May know them from their work on Routes and Train Simulator Classic, or more recently the Manchester Airport commuter route in Train Sim World 5. Well, I mean, to do a route in Train Sim World 5, he maybe has some design, some developer knowledge, you know what I mean? The Global 7500 platform, passionate about while still a good long way from the finish line. Excited about the progress so far. Love to hear your thoughts and feedback, encouragement as we go. Yeah, I mean, look at that thing. I mean, he's got it in the sim. It's in the sim. So, a high heavy BizJet. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, so I mean, I'm excited until he shows that I mean, with this being his first project in flight sim, then I mean, we can only give him a shot, right? I'm willing to give him a shot, but he better come correct. Man, I love this thing. I really am enjoying this aircraft, guys. 100%. I've got the 550 over in X-Plane from AKD. I don't have the 650? Yeah, I agree. Definitely got blessed by the BizJet simulator guards. Also wonder why only one tray gets food, right? I agree, bro. The 220, yeah, it's gonna be a wrap for a good little bit. I mean, it's just a good year. The rest of this year and early next year, it's just gonna be a good year for releases in Microsoft, bro. I mean, absolutely. Like we've had nothing but freaking Airbus after Airbus after Airbus, and then, you know, PMDG'd us to death. And I mean, I'm just sick of Airbus. I'm sick of Boeing. Like, I'm happy to get, you know, a good handful of BizJets. I'm happy to get the 220. I'm happy to get, you know, just a different range of aircraft. And this thing came right on time, bro. Like, this is why we kind of took last week and just swapped to some GA, because I was just so tired of flying the same old stuff. And this thing came right on time. Right on time. Oh yeah, I have the Challenger 650 in X-Plane. It's there ain't no BizJet that's gonna beat that for a long while, and I'll maintain that. I love that jet, bro. Yeah, X-Plane's innies can be tough. X-Plane gives me trouble too. I just recently, the other night, did a fresh install. It's running pretty good, but you know, me and X-Plane, dog, is I'll do 3 weeks of flights and testing, and then as soon as I go to stream it, it gives me the blues. Like right now, the Jones running smooth. Like after this stream, I'm probably fixing to do a long haul in the 767 from Philly to Cologne, Germany, while I work on some stuff for work. Definitely started getting bored, especially with the PWs and the 2-1 Neo. Yeah. You say you not. I know you not, bro. Well, see, Will only likes to go with what he knows. Will ain't a venturer. You got to be a adventurous, bro. It's just like a broken record sometimes, bro. Like, you know, you look on YouTube, every streamer is flying. It's either the 777, or it's either the 73, or it's either the Phoenix, or it's the Phoenix A321, it's the Phoenix A319, it's the Phoenix A320. Now it's the FS Labs, you know, A321 Neo. Like, oh, back to 777. You get a random A350 in there every now and then, random A380. But it's just like, dog, oh my goodness. And that's me included. It's just like, I was looking through my channel and I'm just like, damn, Boeing. Here's another Airbus. Oh, I just streamed the 738 last week. Oh, here's me the day after streaming the 73700. Oh, here's the 900ER or something like that. It's just, I'm just like, man. Yeah, the Learjet is a really good one, bro. And I'm guilty for not flying that more often. You know, that's got a cockpit similar to this, but I'm guilty of not flying that more often. But that Learjet is a nice one. Usually strictly Airbus M500 or Honda Jet. I hate that Honda Jet, bro. I've never had the desire to fly it. It looks good, but Will says, see, y'all had years in simming. I'm new to this. Here you go with that BS, Will. You ain't as new as you think. That old dog just ain't trying to learn no new tricks. But no, really, I mean, like I said, if you don't venture out, then you never will. That's just the old saying. I remember, you know, when I kind of first started simming, it was just like that. It was the same old stuff. And what really kind of piqued my interest at more GA stuff, honestly, was starting my PPL journey. Like, you don't see hardly anybody flying a 172 on stream, bro. Hardly anybody. But if you go back through my X-Plane 11 days, Greenlight will tell you, we was flying that thing. We was doing pattern work. We was doing... So all of that kind of led to me wanting to see the different side of aviation that just doesn't just stop at the terminals. Like, I'm talking the FBO. Like, man, there are some really cool FBOs out here in the world. And just FBO operations is just so much different than showing up and going through TSA, you know, at a regular major airport. Like, this is the pinnacle of aviation. Like, this is, you know, if you ever hit the number big, this is where you're liable to end up. You know what I mean? Unpopular, can't wait for the upgraded avionics G3000, 5000, and the X Plus. I could agree with you on that. Now is where I'll keep my Kodiak, yes, that's another favorite of mine. I fell in love with the Kodiak from watching Missionary Bush Pilot. We got 254 until top of drop, fellas. But yeah, Missionary Bush Pilot on YouTube has made me kind of fall in love with the Kodiak. I love flying the Kodiak, man. That's a nice little turboprop. Been so bored flying the NX Cub with floats the last couple of days. I enjoy the bush planes, but I gotta be in the mood for bush flying. You know, like, I can feel that mood creeping up, especially after flying around New Zealand. That mood is definitely creeping up that we have another bush stream. And I enjoy the bush streams, man. The bush streams actually are a lot of fun. Like, it ain't no procedures really involved. You just go out there and just try to set her down in between the trees. Like, that's it. Bought all of the Papua New Guinea sceneries before they were free. Yeah, that's one of my favorite places to fly the Kodiak, obviously because Missionary Bush Pilot, but Papua New Guinea is nice. Let's see, what we looking like on speed? We still got 911. Mach 9.1. We are 91. We're going 91% the speed of sound right now. That's insane to think about. No, I didn't mean in green with fly patterns. I meant that like, you could ask Green about that stage of my streaming portion. But a lot of us would fly that, you know, back in X-Plane 11. I mean, me, like, we would do whole live group flights going airport to airport, kind of like what we did, what was it, day before yesterday, in New Zealand. Like, we would go airport to airport, like doing little cross-country hops. Me, Dre, Green would join in sometimes, a couple other people, and like literally in the 172, bro. I don't get it often, waiting for BFU and the PWs on the 21 Neo. Just wanted to do something to hold me over till the, yeah, I get that, bro. Crashed one day doing Midnight Mav stream. He came searching for me and finally found me buried under the trees. Bro, I'm telling you, yo, Papua New Guinea is a hell of a lot of fun, bro. Like, it is a hell of a lot of fun. AJ, you missed it. We just finished some turboprop ops over in New Zealand. Like, we did the the new AnyBuilds Caravan 2 to F406. We did the what else did we do? We did the Pilatus PC12 by SWS. Yeah, so we had just had a whole week of GA flying over in New Zealand. We're technically not even supposed to be back in the States right now. I said I was going somewhere else, but my lazy self didn't plan ahead. And I knew this was kind of dropping today. So I was just like, you know what, we're just gonna fall back with the default and go, I tried to keep us out of the States as much as possible. But we hopping up to Fort Lauderdale and going out to one of these islands. You're off Monday through Wednesday. Okay, roger that. Vaughn says, grew up flying around the South Island of New Zealand with my dad. He was a AG pilot and y'all had a 172. Nice, bro. Definitely, yeah. We definitely got to do some more Pacific stuff. Like I want to get into like Fiji and, you know, even some more, yeah, Bora Bora, bro. Like all of that. I neglect all of those Pacific islands, bro. And I definitely need to sit down and make a good little plan because 100%, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like I said last week in New Zealand, I'm sick and tired of flying in the States. Yeah, I have to go and check some of those out, AJ. Will says surprise Rock ain't in on the stream. He's probably asleep then. Yeah, I dropped it in the group chat. So if he was awake, he would have saw it and probably tried to join up. I reckon he's asleep. You know that man fall asleep easier than got that going. All right, 203 knots until top of drop. Yeah, right. That's what I said, Will. Yo, Pilot Depth, big up. How did your flight go, bro? I looked and saw y'all were about halfway there. I was just like, man, I ain't even know. And I saw that conga line too. I was like, yeah, no, dog. I don't feel like being bothered with that foolishness tonight. I just went ahead and loaded up. I was running behind anyway. I didn't have time to make sure I had those sceneries in there. Because I got in the house a little later than I anticipated. Like I literally got in the house like literally about 25 minutes before I was scheduled to start, which is challenging when you got the kids running up to you and the lady trying to say hello and all of that, and I'm just like, move, I have to fly the plane. There was another word in there from Soul Plane, if you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I bet it was, bro. I bet it was. Yeah, I saw y'all had ATC for the full ride. That was, well, when I looked, I think LA Center had just gotten off. But yeah, I was like, man, I ain't even about to fool with it. I'm gonna go ahead and head down here to these islands. See what these gals up to down here in these islands. Let's jump back outside and catch old girl. Cruising. Highline style. 450. 91% the speed of sound. Hey, that's how you gotta do it, AJ. Put us on the multiple monitors, bro. I'm with it. Oh, Kip on the ground? Yeah, I watch him as well. I knew it was going to be somebody that was going to be different and fly the non-winglet version. It wasn't going to be me, though. I love these winglets on this thing, man. Like I said, they are very A350-esque. Very A350-esque. Good. I know it doesn't look right, bro. It does not look right. Likewise, the so Live to Air just recently updated the CJ3 Plus and added a wingleted version. And I equally think that the winglet version of that CJ3 Plus doesn't even look right. Not because they did anything wrong, but just because the CJ3, bro, is not supposed to have winglets. Now, I know there are a few that have them, but, you know. Yeah, it definitely looks weird. Yo, big up spawning. Hey, don't spawning. You're definitely gonna want this one, bro. I know you've been getting back into your GA stuff. You're gonna want this one, Hoss. This one's nice. This one is nice, bro. 282 WB, the Live to Air stock livery based here where I live. I think he has wingless real life. Nice. Yeah, I'm with that, AJ. Like I said, just hit me if you find any of the nice ones, man. Just hit me, either DM or something like that in Discord, and yeah, we'll work together to plan out some Pacific stuff, man. Like we've definitely gotta do something that differs, you know. Alright, what we looking like? 144 miles till top of drop. Fuel, we've got 2,300 pounds on board. And remember, we're forecasted to have, what is that, 1,100 pounds at St. Thomas. So, are looking pretty good right now. Just look at those miles tick down. Look at how fast the miles are ticking down. I mean, that's like 1/10 of a mile in a second. Less than a second, bro. Spawner says, been hearing good things. Yeah, absolutely, bro. Depth, I don't know. I didn't plan on it, but if we do, it'll be a short hop probably to, let's see. Yeah, we're almost at St. Thomas. I may come back over to maybe Punta Cana or MDST. One of those two, if I do. I mean, that all depends. I would like St. Martin, but that's too close from St. Thomas. We'll probably only get up to 1,500 feet on that one. We either go back to Punta Cana, maybe Curacao, maybe Aruba. Got sceneries for both of those. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I only physically planned one leg though. It was supposed to be a single leg. But if you guys sticking around, then we may see what we got crack-a-lacking. Oh, absolutely, Spawner. AJ says, what do you like most about the X besides the radio issues? What did you dislike the most? Oh, what radio issues did you have, Dep? I mean, I am only on, we were not even on Unicom. So not having coverage coming out, I didn't get to use the radios much. What kind of radio issues were there? $925. Yeah, that's doable if you got the wind. And I think the way that they were going, they definitely had the wind. The radio you can tune for like 133525, something with the third digit. But you can change it in. Oh, well, see, I wouldn't have had that problem because I use it. I tune my radios in the FMC like that anyway. I don't use this this thing down here. Only thing I use this thing for is the transponder. Yeah, see, I got a headwind. I'm going east, and I got a headwind of 17 knots. All right, so we got our vertical profile showing up. Top of drop is just out in front of us, 102 miles. We should see it pop up here on the MFD here momentarily. Wait until somebody does a McDo PFP Moby flight profile for the FMC. Yeah, I can't wait for that. Definitely can't wait for that. Alright, so let's see. Can we get to landing runway 10? Ooh, TIST is reporting minimum VFR 090 at 9 knots. Temperature is 28. Zero 90 at 9. What do they got? Overcast, 2,900 feet. Alright, dry runway. Anti-ice off, flaps 35. Let's see what our estimated landing weight is. $25,800, $26,100. Alright, so we're good there. Alright, approach speed of 121 and a VREF of 116. So that should have automatically populated it on our tape there. 82 miles until top of descent. We can just see it peeking out there. So we are good. Let's see, what are we transitioning at coming in the St. Thomas? Probably, yep, 18,000. We'll transition at 18,000. We'll get you guys to clean up your mess back there. Seatbelt signs can come through the on. And let me get up and come and take the trash and get y'all tray tables stowed as we are about to begin our descent here. Hopefully you all have had a enjoyable flight. Oh, we didn't check back here. We got a pooper. A non-workable pooper. So I wonder who's the first person that probably said something about the toilet not flushing. None of those switches work. Drawers don't work. Alright, so non-functional pooper. Like the sounds to it though. Alright guys, seat backs, tray tables in their full upright and locked position as we are about to start our way. Does this thing work? No. Does not. Start our way down here. Will says, Leo, gotta run, be right back, have to rewatch Catch Your Landing. Roger that, bro. I know you at work. Handle your scandal, bro. Check the light panel beside the cockpit door above the wine and stuff. Alright, let's see. there we go. Snap. Yeah, we're gonna have to do another leg and go night ops. Oh, that's nice. Oh, look at the shades, bro. That's pretty dope. Look at that. All right, we'll go dim. That's cool. All right. That is absolutely cool. 51 miles until top of drop. So let's see what we need for our bottom altitude here. 2100 is where we intercept. Remember, no star here, so we're going planning our descent based off of the approach. 415 feet. Where is my decision height? When we say 415, probably gonna have to be 420. All right, 420 is set, and we'll set 2100. All right, 2100 set. We'll wait till we get closer to the top of drop to engage the VNAV, because I'm not sure how it works yet. So we'll need to figure that out together. One more thing I want to do here is go to tune. And let's see. What is our frequency? 110.1. Alright, so we got the ILS frequency in. Now all we need is the course, which is going to be 100. We'll get that as we get a little closer and swap over to heading mode. 37 miles until top of drop, guys. Depth says biggest flaw about this plane, no pooper. Yeah, I don't care, bro. Like I'm not that weirded out about it, because you know I'd rather the resources and stuff go into the actual airplane, in which I mean we can't virtually poop any goddamn way. So I mean, as long as the restroom is modeled, I'm alright with that. Oh, you said you didn't try it while the aircraft was powered? Okay, about the light switch. Yo, big up, Gary. They look all stoned. Absolutely, they are, bro. This has been, we going to the islands. What you think? What you think kind of flight this is, Gary? Spawner says the pooper may come in a later update. True. Yeah, absolutely, it works. We learning this thing together. Yes, bro. That's what I like. I enjoy it. Spawner says, where do you buy this plane? Looked on Sim Market, they didn't have it. The only place you can get it is the marketplace, unfortunately. But you know, just like the Piaggio, no problems whatsoever. I do as little business as possible in the marketplace, but this is definitely worth a marketplace visit. All right, 24 miles. Oh, you guys just coming in, or you guys that haven't done so already, please do drop a thumbs up for the stream. If you're new here, enjoying the content, definitely consider subscribing to the channel. Definitely help us out. We may have a little less than 1100. I think it's going to take us more than 700 pounds of fuel. I mean, maybe not. We're about to be in the descent. So, We'll idle back. That'll save us a good bit. All right, 14 miles now, guys. Okay, yeah, I had to check him out, AJ. We are a little ahead of schedule, I ain't gonna lie. All right, I'll tell you guys what. Are you guys up for a second leg? We'll try to do a short second leg. All right, 4.9. Let's hit the VNAV button. We got VPath armed. And so that should descend us as we cross over our top of drop here. I do want to see this aircraft at night, so we may do an evening departure somewhere real quick. And look at how smooth that is. That is lovely. It didn't just abruptly just drop the nose like a lot of other airplanes, especially GA. That is nice. I like that. Auto throttle responds accordingly. Yes. Yes, that is nice. That is really nice VNAV implementation. Now again, I don't know how it will respect constraints and stuff like that because we don't have a star. But we're just getting used to her, just checking her out. We'll have plenty of time to fly stars with her, but so far from right now what the aircraft is doing, I'm thoroughly impressed. More than an hour. Yeah, we may have to rain check that one. That's more than an hour. I got some stuff to do for work. It's already almost 1. We'll rain check it, guys. We'll rain check it. I've got some stuff to do for work. It's gonna put me over. Alright. On the descent, it's looking nice. All right, let's see. Yeah, sounds aren't bad, but I do still think they need some work. But they're better than I gave credit initially, especially once we got up in the air. I am anxious to see if FT Sim gets his sound pack compatible for this. how that would stack up to this one. I know at least as far as X-Plane, his Citation X sound pack is definitely for the win-win. Sounds really good over there. Cam overheated. God damn it. I forgot to put, turn the little fan on. Give it a second. We'll pop you over here. Gary, I don't know because they sent me the plane, so it's not showing me a price. But there you go, chat got you. $29.99. Yeah, 100% worth it, bro. 1000% worth it. I'll agree with that even. Yes, I was going to attempt to do a second leg, guys. I think it'd be safer if I go ahead and handle what I got to do for work. Got a fair bit of these little training modules to do before Friday. And that way I don't have to be so doggone sketch about it. Yeah, we're already at 3 hours, so remember my rule, if the first leg goes over 3 hours, then that's a single leg. But it's all good. We got all week, fellas. We got all week. I know, right, AJ? That daggone responsibility. Well, see, the thing is, low-key, I want to fly more. And so, I think I'm going to just do like what I said. I'm going to go ahead and start my long haul from Philly to Cologne, Germany. And while I'm doing that, I'll take the next 2 or 3 hours or so and try to get some of those modules done, and then get me a few hours of sleep, wake up, land, maybe do a few more of them before work. I know, right? We definitely did an in-depth walk around. Oh, that leaves more for the next stream. We'll check her out at night. I've yet to see what the night lighting is like. So yeah, I'm okay with that. We could probably do something tomorrow, I think. Man, she's holding that vertical path nicely. Alright, so next waypoint is Truro. That's going to be our initial approach fix for the ILS runway 10 into St. Thomas. Once we pass overhead Truro, we'll go into heading select and we'll get swapped over to our ILS stuff and get our course set. and we'll try to see how she captures and what she does as far as capturing, as far as that system is concerned. So to focus next stream, we'll check out the night lighting, we'll check out how she performs an RNAV approach, and things like that. I had an issue with it showing in 24, so I bought it in 2020, and then it tried to make you pay again in 2024, wouldn't appear in my purchased items. Microsoft refunded me real quick. I was surprised. Yeah, so I don't know, maybe they had some issues, but I know they submitted a group of names as far as release was concerned, and when I popped on the sim earlier today before work, it was just there. It was like owned. I went and downloaded it and installed it, and it was there. We'll do something tomorrow, AJ. Same time. As soon as I get in, we'll leave out from St. Thomas. Unless you guys want to leave out from somewhere else. If you got another flight in mind, then shoot it over in the Discord, and we'll take a look at that, see if we have sceneries. All right, what was St. Thomas's? They saying overcast. Okay, yeah, it is looking kind of overcasty up there. Altimeter's 3005. All right, so we'll get ready to transition here at 180. Work at 4 a.m. Thursday, so if I crash before you on, I'll listen and watch the replay on the way to work. Roger that, bro. Sometimes I'm dumbing up after 9:45, 10 p.m. Gotta be up by 2. Yeah, you sound like me, bro. I push it to the daggone limit. Well, good thing I don't go to work until like 12 or 1 most days. So some days I go in at like 3. Just depends on how much mail they got over there on the docks I need to get. Like today was a sleeper day. I got there. It was like, oh yeah, we don't have much. I get over there and there's a whole dock, so I ended up having to fill my trailer up, then leave and go back to the other post office, get it unloaded, then go back. You know, when I should have been off by, 8, had to go back over there to get the last little bit of the stuff, the mail, and go back and have that unloaded. And then it took me like 15 minutes to get home. So yeah, I was rushing to get this to get home, to get the stream started. Alright, coming through flight level 180. What did we say the altimeter was? 3005. We'll go ahead and set that now. Alright, that's good. We'll set it here as well. Cool, and first officer side is set. So we are all good there, fam. I work 6 days a week, bro. I get Sunday off and all my holidays, so that's good. Now Saturdays it's a lot lighter, so you know I'm off a little earlier Saturdays, which I don't really care too much about it on Friday and Saturdays because it's the weekend. Most people are up late. And then I get my whole day Sunday. And sometimes I'll take some PTO. We get like 80 hours or something for PTO, so I'll take a PTO day just to give me a full weekend, maybe like once a month. You know, in all honesty, bro, I used to work like 3/12s and had 4 days off. It was cool, but my days off were trash. Like, no, I work 4/10s. I'm lying. I work 4/10s. I work Thursday through Sunday, overnight from like 6:37 to getting off at like 6:37 in the morning. But then I had an hour, well, yeah, getting off about 5. Then I had an hour and like 40-minute drive home. So it was like, it was cool, but I had the stupid days off, bro. Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. But where I'm at now, the other post office, it's literally 12 to 15 minutes down the road. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm working 6 days a week, but you know, I'm scheduled for 8 hours, but a lot of times I finish in like 5. I still get paid for 8. You know, so that's the beauty of that. There's no way to pre-select your course, is it? I don't think. That's the thing, you gotta swap over. Those are your days too, don't mind them, because all your flight sim buddies fly a lot. Group and stuff on the weekends while I'm dying at work. Yeah, exactly. You miss everything, bro, with stupid off days. Yes, as into my question of pre-selecting your course. How do you do that? Down on the bottom where the heading, course, and out knobs are. Well, see, the thing is, it doesn't change until you turn it over. So yeah, course. The CDI is your course button, your course knob too, I think. But yeah, it doesn't change anything until you swap over to your nav. Doesn't actually change the course. Alright, coming up on 10,000 guys, we'll get the boom room shut down. We'll get ready to start the recording. We'll get a nice long recording and see what this thing looks like on approach. Yeah, most of the avionics, I mean aircraft that run these avionics is like that. You can't change your course until you swap over to nav. So that's not new. I just thought maybe that they would let you do it. Some aircraft, I forget which one, but there's one or two aircraft that allow you to pre-select it. Alright, so we haven't touched anything. Let's see how she does with getting down to what we set. We need 2,100 feet. So this should be like a continuous descent on down to intercept the glide. At Kutho here. Kutho is right here. So we should be able to get that. And once we pass overhead Turo here, we'll swap over into nav mode and try to get our course set. First we'll sync our heading so we keep on the same course. St. Thomas traffic, citation November 86 Lima Sierra overhead Toro at 7,000 inbound for the ILS runway 10 approach St. Thomas. Alright, we'll back it on off to 220. That is good. We'll sync the heading. And we'll go heading mode. Over to nav. There's our course that we want. And we need 100. There we go. We've got that set. And let me see if I jump back over here and then swap back over here. Yep, it keeps it. Alright. So we'll just track our FMS here for a second. And we'll go ahead and bring the speed on back to 180. We'll let the speed keep coming down. And what was our landing data? 119. All right, we'll arm the approach. All right, looking good, guys. Looking exquisite. And we'll go ahead and get flight control replay on and popping. We'll get that recording going. Alright, 180. Should be getting an intercept here. Approach is armed. So we're watching this thing like a hawk to see how she treats this approach here. There's our 2100, 1,000 to go. And there's our localizer capture as she flashes. And nicely intercepts that and leads the turn. I like that. So she made it a little shallower for herself. I like that. We got some rain. We'll go flaps or slats. Slats out. And we'll bring her on down to about 150. All right, there's the full intercept there. St. Thomas traffic citation, November 86 Lima Sierra, 15-mile final, ILS runway 10, St. Thomas. It's hurricane season, love the weather. Yeah, me too, bro. Absolutely love it. Like, what better approach could we get than an ILS approach through the rain and clouds coming into freaking St. Thomas here. Look at that. Just absolutely gorgeous. Alright, so what did we want? 119 for our approach. Alright, let's go ahead and start getting her slowed up here. We'll go 120. Flaps 15. Dang, gear can come on down. Look at that thing, man. Look at that thing, man. We're supposed to be watching her now. Let's make sure she's doing what she's supposed to be doing. Alright, we'll sync up the heading. And let's see what missed approach is. Climb 620, turn right, 2,800 feet. Alright. So once we get the glass slope, we'll bug for 2,800 feet. We'll go last notch of flaps. All right, here comes the glide, gentlemen. Here we go. We should get a capture here momentarily. Oh, did my daggone what's the name fall? I think it did. Alright, we'll swap you over here. So I think it's shallowing up a little bit on the glide slope, but we'll see what she does here. We'll leave it be. There we go, glide slope capture. Dude, this is spicier than I thought it would be, y'all. This is definitely spicier than I thought it would be. St. Thomas traffic, citation November 86 Lima Sierra, overhead Jackie, 7.5 mile final, ILS runway 10, approach St. Thomas. There we go, there's the breakout. Now we cooking with peanut oil. Look at this, guys. Gotta like nasty arrivals. I like nasty arrivals too. And my question is, how do you disarm this? Okay. Let's press the button there. Ryan, what's going on, bro? Welcome to stream just in time for our wow factor approach into St. Thomas. She's flying the ILS perfectly, man. It's nice. Intercepted nice. I'm pleasantly surprised with that. You know, some aircraft V1 is kind of quirky. You know, you got to chase it around. This thing did it immaculately. So I am surprised at that. Or I'm happy at that, rather. The leisure craft down there. They all stacking up to watch Sir Leo come in. Alright, autopilot, yaw damper can come off. Auto throttles off. I have the airplane. Let's see what all of the hand flying hype is about. Does feel really good slow like this, I will say that. We'll get back on the loc and the glide here. Oh yeah, she feels really nice in this phase of flight. We're showing a dot high on the instrumentation here, but that's fine. Pull some power. Not too bad. We got off center line there, but we're good. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to St. Thomas. Look, we got some storm cell out in front of us too. Absolutely enjoyed the heck out of that approach. I cannot say enough how fun that approach was, how stable that approach was. All right, let's see where we're at. We're gonna be parking over here, right in straight ahead. The GA apron. And St. Thomas traffic, Citation, November 86 Lima Sierra is clear of 10 at Foxtrot, taxiing straight ahead into the GA apron, St. Thomas. Look at that, gentlemen. Absolutely beautiful. All right, let's get on over here into the ramp. Yeah, this aircraft definitely, if you haven't already done so, definitely go out and grab this. This thing flies lovely. Alright, so we'll get parked up over here. And then we'll check out some replays, man. We're going to enjoy this one. We are definitely going to enjoy this one, gentlemen. All right, parking brakes can come through the on. Let's see. We'll get external power connected. I guess we gotta shut down first, right? All right, welcome to St. Thomas, my friends. We'll just leave it energized here and we'll let you guys out. Absolutely a blast this thing is. Why is my thing walking crooked? That's why, 'cause my head tracking was absolute blast. This is, guys. Do yourself a favor and grab it. Oh, we gotta get the taxi light off. All right, we'll bring you back over here and get me let me close out everything here. And then we'll run some replays. We'll stop the recording. And let's see, what did we get on that landing? Negative 133. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. A landing G-force of 1.06, so not a hard one at all, guys. All right, so we'll close out Volanta. All right, cool. So yeah, let me know in chat, what are your thoughts on the aircraft so far as we jump into the replays. I know you've seen other streamers streaming it, a lot of different sources. Me personally, I think that the aircraft, and again, I'm not just saying this, FlightFX did provide me with this copy, but this is no way or shape, in no way or shape influenced by them providing me a copy. The aircraft is nice. The aircraft does what it's supposed to do. It does it at a higher altitude and a faster airspeed than you're used to, and it's sexy while it's doing it. So I can't even complain about that. Again, the sounds grew on me as we, flew the aircraft. I do still think they need a little bit of work, but I'm sure that we'll get something like the FT Sim sound pack to become available at one point or another. But it's completely flyable out of the box. Flew the ILS approach, the intercept, and the descent on that approach just fine, as you saw. On the next stream, we'll take a look at an RNAV approach, try to find a good RNAV approach for this thing to fly and see how she does there. So with that said, let me jump back into the aircraft and get everything redone here, turn the lights back on, and get us on the replay and check this thing out from the outside and its elements, So we'll get our lights back on. And I'm gonna see how she initializes on the replay. I'm gonna not restart the engines here. I'm gonna see how she initializes and see if she can handle that, if it's set up for that. Oops, I ain't mean to do that. I don't know what that is, but they're gonna have to stop. I don't know what that sound is. I don't know. We're going to turn that down. I don't know where that sound comes from. All right, let's fast forward a little bit here. All right, here we go. Oh, that's a nice shot there. Look at that, guys. I'm not saying I smacked her at 1.45 G's, but it would be crazy if I did. 1.45 really is nothing but a G and a half. It's not that bad. Spawner says, nice flight, gotta get some sleep. It's a bye for me. Definitely a bye for you. Roger that, Spawner. Appreciate you for stopping by. Definitely appreciate you guys for hanging out with us tonight. Again, if you haven't done so, drop a thumbs up for the stream. And if you're here by chance and you're not subscribed, definitely consider subscribing to the channel. If you enjoy the content. During my replay, it did the same thing. Something to do with speed and flaps or something. Yeah, roger that. I just turned the sounds back up and it's not doing it. I think it just needs to get everything initialized, that's all. It's just annoying while it does it. Definitely got some storms in the air, in the area. Man, I think I done found my new BizJet love, at least for right now. This thing is nice. I think we had a little bouncy bounce. I think we might have had a little. I think we might have had a little bouncy bounce, gentlemen. Let's see. Let's take her back here. I mean, just look at this. This is absolute beautiful approach. Not all beautiful approaches require sunlight and sunshine. Some of them just require stormy and wet weather and lightning. Yeah, this one's definitely nice, guys. And what I like about FlightFX is, and let me word this carefully, their aircraft are basic, but it's the perfect example of what we be talking about. It has functionality, it just works. The functionality is there, the systems are there, but yet they don't go through the trouble of modeling every single circuit breaker, every single aspect. The flight systems work, the electronics work, the pressurization works, the autopilot works, the LNAV works, the VNAV works, the textures are optimized, the airplane is optimized, not one single lag spike or frame hit of anything with the aircraft. What more can you ask for? We had a little floaty float there too. What more can you ask for? I enjoy it. 100%. Yeah, we had a little bouncy bounce right there. Yeah, see, the sounds do need a little bit of work. Now maybe it's because of the replay, but yeah, you can kind of hear it with the reversers. All right, let's see here. Let's get one. Let's get one right here. Man, just look at this thing, man. This thing is lovely. Replay did the same thing. Something to do with speed of flights. Okay, right there. You and me both. Yeah, roger that, bro. This thing, I enjoy it. I definitely enjoy it. They have definitely hit this one out of the park, I think. And they don't break the bank. Their aircraft don't break the bank. Alright, so we're going to do something a little bit different here. We are going to let this one finish. And then we're going to take it back. We're going to ride this one in and enjoy the wet weather of St. Thomas from the passenger's perspective, and we're going to send you out on that one, guys. We're going to send you out on now. Yeah, we had a little bouncy bounce. All right. Oh my God. That's gotta stop. All right, guys. We'll let you ride in on the left wing here. I do appreciate each and every one of you coming to hang out with us tonight. AJ, Spawn and Salmon, Gary Shepard was in the house. Retired firefighter made an appearance. Good to see you. The homie Ashton was in the house. FO Pilot Depth was here. Who else did we have? Captain Will was in the house. Nightbot, Streamlabs. Who else? Vaughn Williams from New Zealand stopped through. Appreciate all of you guys. Skyfall made an appearance. Big up, big up. Captain Ethan. Stalker Actual Gaming was here. New Mexico Flyer Robin. And whoever else may see this on the replay. Do drop a like, do drop a sub. We'll catch you on the next one. We'll check out this airplane at night and see what that's hitting on. So again, I do appreciate all of you guys, and we'll let you enjoy this one. We'll get the sounds back up when that beeping stops. But until now, until the next one, take care of yourselves, do something that you're passionate about. And from this moment on, your boy Leo is signing off. See ya.